Last week on Trusted Renovations, Gina and Jennifer sat down and charted out the details of the renovation. Next, Engineered Solutions of Georgia sealed up the cracks in the garage. And Chimney Solutions transformed a decorative fireplace into one Jennifer and John can actually use. Today, demolition of the kitchen. See what Jennifer wants to recreate and what she considers the heart of her home.
I wanted a kitchen that reminded me of my home back in Australia.
Plus, ARAC Roof It Forward tackles the rest of Jennifer's roof and see LeafGuard's solution to our Trusted Renovation home's drainage issues. This is Trusted Renovations. If you're looking to renovate your home, we have the researched solutions for you.
This is the story of Jennifer and John. It's our story, turning this 1970s brick ranch into a 21st century home. 25 projects, 25 contractors, top companies creating a total renovation. It's shingles to foundation, plumbing to pool. It's a classic and stylish transformation, and you get to see the actual costs. This is Trusted Renovation.
Hello everyone and welcome to Trusted Renovations. I'm your consumer investigator, Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Gina Townsend. Today we're going to talk kitchen renovation.
Okay, this is a big project and it just so happens to be your happy place.
It is my happy place. I so love to see a space transformed. It can change the way a whole family functions in their house.
Okay, so you bit off a big project because Jennifer's kitchen left a lot to be desired.
A lot, Dale. It was so outdated from the 70s. We had stained oak cabinets, tiled countertops. Nobody does those anymore. The work triangle was completely non-functional for this family, so we had a lot of work ahead of us.
But you were also dealing with a person, a homeowner, that likes things a certain way too.
Oh goodness. Okay, so vision versus reality. Oh, we had a big gap here.
I wanted it to be, you could gather a whole family in there. I loved the kitchen in the house I was already in, the color scheme of it, because I had renovated that kitchen many years ago and I loved the colors and I wanted to do that again. So it was a mixture of what the layout of what I had in Australia, the type of kitchen there, the look of the kitchen I had in my previous home that I was moving from, which I loved, absolutely loved that kitchen. I did not want to pull out all the cupboards. Most people that come in to decorate, they just want to take everything out and redo everything, and I didn't feel everything needed to come out.
So here's the biggest project in all of the house is the kitchen renovation, as it is in most houses that want updating. We have a good kitchen here to start with. We've got good solid cabinets here. We have a fairly basic layout, but we want to bring a little bit of love to it and we want to raise it up to an updated functional space for the homeowner. So we want to make this island a little bit larger. We want to change the configuration a little bit with that. Helping us do that is our master carpenter, Bill Phillips here, and he thinks that maybe a rectangular shape or an L shape might be the best way to go. Is that right, Bill?
Yeah, can we extend it out and bring this over and actually have room for seats and everything on the back side and everything?
Seating?
The island seating and everything would be way more useful and a lot more storage and everything for the customer.
Excellent, thank you very much. And then what we're going to do on this is we do have good solid cabinetry, some solid wood cabinetry. We want to paint those, glaze them, maybe like a cream with a hazelnut glaze, keep all of our moldings intact. We want to change the hardware to an oil rub bronze, add a couple of pendant lights here, go back with some stainless steel appliances. We're going to sand and finish these hardwood floors and bring them to a prettier color, a little bit of depth in the wood. Add a nice French country apron sink here, a new touchless oil rub bronze faucet, and a nice probably Subway backsplash that'll kind of tie that whole look in together. So we have quite a project ahead of us here. Bill, can you take care of it for us?
Yeah, once the remodel and everything's finished, and nobody would even recognize the old kitchen.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to check in with you guys periodically to see what the progress is like, and hey, I'm going to leave you to it.
Yeah, thank you.
Restoring a home is a huge project, from your foundation to the roof over your head. You have to take each project one step at a time. Joining me today is Nathan Salisbury of ARAC Roof It Forward to talk about repairing John and Jennifer's roof. Nathan, how you doing?
Doing good, Dale. Thanks for having us.
Our pleasure. Roof It Forward plays a huge role in this process. In the first episode of Trusted Renovations, you and your team tackled the fascia and soffits on the back porch. What'd you find?
Found some problems.
Yeah.
They had some structural integrity issues on the back porch, as well as some rotted soffit and fascia.
Yeah, let's take a quick look back at that project.
we realized the damage was probably coming from the roof. So we knew we would have to replace the whole ceiling to make sure it was safe. They've actually tied these two together and they've just pieced them together, and as you can see, they're just rotting all the way across because of the leaks in the roof. They're coming down and leaking on these actual 2x6s.
Wow.
Right here. So that's good.
Yeah.
The old boards have begun to rot and mildew. They could have fallen through at any time. Replacing these boards was honestly the safest thing to do here.
That was a lot of work.
Man, it was a ton.
But you fixed it. Now let's talk about John and Jennifer's roof repairs. First, what kind of shape was their roof in when you arrived?
Well, I know that Jennifer kind of planned on just repairing it, but once we got out there and started taking a look, we were able to see it had severe blistering, some degranulation, some delamination, and we opted for roof replacement instead.
Now, uniquely, this roof had not had any maintenance at all for a long, long time, which probably contributed to it needing to be replaced. But with regular roof maintenance, how long should a roof last?
You know, a roof is kind of like your car. You kind of have to do your routine maintenance. This is exactly how a home is. Same thing with a car. You got to change the oil. You got to redo the brakes. You got to keep it going forward.
What does that essentially mean? Clean out the gutters?
You need to keep your gutters cleaned. With the roof itself, as you have pipe jacks, you have intrusions in the roof. So you see those pipes and things that are sticking out. They generally will have a rubber boot, as well as there's lots of caulking on the roof as well, around the flashings and any of the areas that are actually cutting into the roof. Those things need to be caulked.
And keep trees and limbs trimmed away from the roof?
Absolutely, because it's just getting debris on your roof, and water cannot shed off the roof whenever you have, you know, debris on the roof. It's getting caught and trapped on the roof, so it can back up and go underneath the shingle.
Got it. So later, Nathan will walk us through what he and his team did to bring Jennifer and John's roof into the 21st century. Before Nathan and his team can start replacing the roof, he met up with Gina at the Trusted Renovations house to go over shingle options. Let's see what they choose. Well, we took a look at your roof.
Okay.
We're glad that you called us out. The actual roof itself has some wear and tear on it, just due to age.
How old do you think this roof is?
It's probably running between 15 and 16 years old,
Okay.
Which is about the normal you're going to get here in the state of Georgia. The sun generally really gets on two sides of the roof,
Okay.
and really bakes the roof out, and you start to get severe granule loss, which is what you have going on this roof here.
Okay.
We all know that you have these granules here. You find these in your gutters, don't you? They put these on the shingle to actually protect the asphalt that's underneath. The
Okay.
reason why these granules are here, there's only two purposes really. One's for aesthetically pleasing, so that you can get whatever color that you want. Not everybody wants a black roof, right?
Sure.
The other reason is to actually protect the asphalt that's underneath.
Okay.
Okay. And you have a lot of granule shed on the roof just due to age, constant winter and summer.
Okay.
You get contraction and expansion, and it just really takes a toll on the shingle.
Okay. And now I want to kind of talk to you a little bit about the type of shingle we selected for this house.
Sure.
Our homeowners have, they've really wanted to bring a French country feel to this house.
Wonderful.
Which we've begun on the inside already. So coming from the outside in, we kind of want to keep that flow.
Sure.
Okay, so with our new paint colors and our exterior brick color, we have chosen an architectural shingle.
Okay.
And let's see where that
Yeah,
was.
the
Can you tell
shingle-
us a little bit about that?
Yes, the shingle you had existing was an actual Owens Corning Oak Ridge shingle. So this was actually, this is kind of the mid-grade.
Okay.
But what you guys are actually going to be receiving is actually the duration shingle.
Okay. So that's top of the line.
Correct. This
Okay.
is going to be your shingle that's going to have a 50-year rating on it.
Perfect. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the traditional three-tab shingle versus the architectural?
Absolutely. You know, the architectural shingle is not for everybody.
Right.
Okay. And not everybody needs it. It also depends on the pitch of the roof. As we get this here, this here is just your traditional three-tab shingle. There are pluses and minuses to both.
Okay.
The actual three-tab shingle has a 60-mile-an-hour wind resistance.
Okay.
So, meaning that, you know, if this shingle is applied properly and actually has, you know, everything installed to manufacturer spec, it should be able to withstand 60-mile-an-hour winds. So that's why with the shingle you guys picked, which is actually the duration shingle here, is actually going to give you twice the coverage. You're actually having the shingle is going to be what they call basically a two-ply or a laminated shingle, because there's two different sections of the shingle. You have a top layer and a bottom layer.
Double coverage.
It also gives you 130-mile-an-hour wind resistance with less nails.
Wow.
with less nails on a roof being finished. So on this roof here, let's just say that there's 10,000 nails on this roof.
That's 10,000 opportunities for a leak.
Absolutely.
Nathan, thanks so much for coming out. We appreciate it. We look forward to getting you going.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to come out here and do what we do best. We're going to replace your roof, and it's going to be backed by Trusted with that Trusted guarantee.
Excellent.
Thanks a lot.
Let's get you started.
Absolutely.
Coming up, ARAC Roof It Forward is back to work on the rest of John and Jennifer's roof. Plus, it's gutter day at the Trusted Renovation House. LeafGuard is up next with the installation.
We put it in the machine, we feed it out, and it goes through a patented bending system.
Here's a little secret that can change your life. You can make serious income as a heating, air conditioning, refrigeration tech. But first, you need to get certified. That's why ICT provides nationally recognized certifications as a part of your training. You'll become part of the ICT family that cares about your success, including helping you get a job when you graduate. But you have to take the first step.
My research shows you can succeed with ICT. Call now. Whether you're planning that home improvement project or you just want to be a smart consumer, having a sound financial plan is essential to both. To talk about that is Phil Calandra with Calandra Financial Group. Phil, how are you?
Good, Dale.
What is investainment?
Well, investainment is a term that you've coined as we've been on radio for some time now, and it speaks to why the news media, I call the noise media, is trying to hype and sell things to you all the time financially.
When they're selling things to you, they're causing what we call churn. What's churn?
That's the notion that in the financial services industry, the product is being focused and it's being commission driven, or it's being sold over and over again.
Which makes money for the investainment folks.
Right.
What's a better route to
Well,
take?
the better route would be sound financial planning, focus on strategy, and focus on the outcome that you and your family are trying to accomplish in your retirement planning or your financial independence, rather than picking products and trying to follow hot stocks and things of that nature.
You can learn more about Calandra Financial Group at trustdale.com. I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell with trustdale.com, and this is my home. Like a lot of people, I used to climb my roof twice a year and clean out my gutters, until the day I nearly fell off. No more close calls for me. So I did what I do. Investigated covered gutter options, compared price, quality, and guarantees, and hired LeafGuard. I could tell you why LeafGuard's one-piece patented system is the best value on the market, but I'd rather show you at LeafGuardResearch.com.
Hey folks, it's gutter day at the Trusted Renovation here, and we're getting ready to install the patented one-piece seamless LeafGuard gutter system. What we're going to do is we're going to show you how this unique system goes on the house, how it's installed, and everything it takes to get one of these systems on your house. Okay folks, so what you're looking at is you're looking at our rolling warehouse here. This is where we store all of our coil material. We actually bring this truck out on site and we make these gutter lengths to fit exactly to the exact measurements on your house. What we do is we start off with an 18-inch piece of coil. We put it in the machine, we feed it out, and it goes through a patented bending system that actually gives you this finished product. We can make these lengths here all the way from 2 feet up to 100 feet. We use a special bracket that I'm going to show you here in just a minute to install these things, so it's a permanent addition to your home. It doesn't go up under the shingles, it actually attaches to your fascia board. So we're getting ready to install our first piece of gutter that was run out of the machine. I got our lead installer here, Josh. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Josh today. What Josh is going to do, he's going to show how we put the end caps on the gutter, and he's also talked a little bit about the outlet here and how we hand cut that. By the way, all of our installers that are on this job are company employees. They are not subcontractors. Okay, so as you can see on the end cap here, what we use a permanent sealant called GSL, and what Josh is getting ready to do is he'll put that end cap on there and go through the process of how we permanently attach that. Okay, that piece there is ready to be put on the house, and that's what we'll do. We'll just take it over there and show you how we put it on.
Outside the house, LeafGuard is getting ready to put up the new gutters. Since the gutters are made out of a single sheet, they can put up the whole gutter at once, without worrying about leaving gaps in the metal. Their craftsmen customize the gutter to the exact needs of your roof and install it with the most effective water-resistant technology available.
This is the outlet that we cut on the LeafGuard system. This is where we'll attach the downspout here. He'll use the zip screws on there. The good thing about this is, since the gutter is guaranteed never to clog, you're only flushing water through there. You don't have to worry about the debris, the leaves, and everything like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put it on the house. This is the finished product, or just a cutaway of it, of how the gutter looks. And basically the way it works is water comes down, it hits the top of this, and through liquid adhesion, surface tension, the water is then pulled into the system. All the debris, the leaves, the pine cones, everything that gets onto your roof will then be will fall off on the ground, and just water will go in there. On the side here, you will see this is what the bracket looks like that we actually install. We install these approximately every 2 feet on your house. We screw into the fascia board, and you could literally hang off these gutters. It's so firm onto your house.
Thanks, Craig. That was some great information.
It was a big job, but Gina, I have an even bigger job to tell you about. Take a look as ARAC Roof It Forward replaces the rest of Jennifer's roof.
As with any roofing job in the state of Georgia, we have to follow code. That means that we have to start by removing the existing shingles from the roof and take it down to the bare decking. It can be a painstaking process, but once we get all the shingles off the roof, we can figure out where we need to start making repairs to the underdecking. Jennifer's roof had a couple of problem areas where water got under the shingles and actually rotted the decking. This is fairly common in older roofs, but this kind of damage can be serious if you don't replace the decking at the time the roof is being replaced. So now we will replace the damaged decking on the roof. At the same time, we start applying our synthetic underlayment and ice and water shield. The synthetic underlayment is slip resistant and stronger than normal roofing felt. The ice and water shield are used in the valleys and around problematic areas on your roof. It is a solid sheet of roofing and has a tar backing and a granulated surface. Both of the products will assist in the longevity of your roof. It's time to start applying the shingles. We use pneumatic air nail guns. This makes roofing a lot easier to apply the shingles. The shingles we're using have the Sure Nail Strip technology, which provides a dedicated nailing area as well as a smoother adhering surface for a better seal for the shingles. It also allows for less nails to be used, which will equal less chances for a leak in the future. Once the roofing system is installed, it has a limited lifetime warranty for 50 years.
When John and Jennifer just eyeballed the size of the roof before they measured it, they thought it would be around 76 squares. It turns out to be 92 squares, or 9,200 feet of roof. When you multiply that by $250 per foot for the roof, you get about $23,000. Now, before you get sticker shock, let's break it down. Jennifer went with an architectural shingle that had a full 50-year guarantee and will last John and Jennifer's lifetime. Plus, they used Owens Corning patented total roofing protection versus going with a normal protection package. So again, the bottom line, they got what they paid for, a great roof. Don't go away. Up next is the final phase of the kitchen demo.
The dimensions and see where it makes sense for the cooktop.
When it comes to who works inside your home, you can call their plumber. Or you can call your plumber. You can call their electrician. Or you can call your electrician. Because let's face it, you have to be comfortable with who is doing the work for you. And these are your guys.
The most comfortable call you can make, Mr. Rooter and Mr. Electric.
I needed a new roof. I needed to find a contractor that I trusted and that would listen to my specific needs. I did my research. I went to Trusted, and at the top of the list for roofers was ARAC, Roof It Forward. They've been amazing.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. Look, there's a right way and a wrong way to hire a roofing company. For more research solutions and to see how they fixed Catherine's problem, visit roofitforwardresearch.com.
From a crack in your home to a wet basement or a demanding foundation challenge, Engineered Solutions of Georgia is your answer.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. You can trust Engineered Solutions of Georgia.
With over 35 years of experience, ESOG is your waterproofing, crawlspace encapsulation, and foundation repair specialist.
We always appreciate the opportunity to provide you with a free estimate.
And we guarantee each job for the life of the structure.
Your car's transmission has 800 pieces. That means there are 800 things that could go wrong. And when something does go wrong,
there's only one place to go, AMCO.
We're the transmission experts with over 50 years experience rebuilding and replacing transmissions. AA, MCO.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell with TrustDale.com. Lots of shops claim to deliver. My research shows AMCO is the hands-down choice for transmission repair and total car care. Welcome back to Trusted Renovations. I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Gina Townsend.
Okay, Gina, so the key word is vision. How do you work with a client to find that vision?
Well, first of all, we determined that in speaking with Jennifer, her vision was more of a French country feel. So never mind the workability of the kitchen, we also need to get the aesthetics of the kitchen too. So we kept our base cabinets, we kept things that we could use and repurpose, because French country is kind of old. It's kind of got some history to it, right? So we wanted to make those items feel that way. But let's think about most kitchens. The island is the center of the kitchen. It's the heart of the home, the whole kitchen is. So what we wanted to do was to keep her perimeter cabinets, antique those, give them a brand new feel, but then build her a new master island where the family can kind of hover and they can spend that good quality time together.
Okay, so but you have the abstract idea of French provincial or whatever, and
Yes.
the intangible. How do you walk someone through the nuts and bolts of how to get there?
Well, we do, first of all, when I do a consultation with a client, very much like I did with Jennifer, we do a budget consultation. Okay, just about any vision can be accomplished, but does it really need to be in this budget? There are a lot of things that come into play with that. Budget. Are you going to outdo your neighborhood? How long are you going to be in this house? How much do you cook? It doesn't make sense to have a $5,000 range if you're going to eat out every night.
Okay, so there comes a moment for a reality check.
Absolutely, absolutely.
When was that moment with Jennifer?
Day one. So we really did have to talk about what this was going to cost. Could this vision be accomplished? We did not want to do anything structural in this house. We wanted to keep what we had and work with that.
What would you want a person to know out of the gate to expect in this situation?
Well, first of all, kitchen renovations take the longest of most interior renovations of any kind. It's not going to be fun, okay? It's exciting in the beginning because you're getting something new and you've agreed to it and you've taken that step. But when the demolition starts and the hammer hits, everybody gets a little bit frustrated.
What's the first thing that's going to happen?
Demolition. We're going to tear it up.
Awesome. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
When it comes to who works inside your home, you can call their plumber, or you can call your plumber. You can call their electrician, or you can call your electrician. Because let's face it, you have to be comfortable with who is doing the work for you. And these are your guys.
The most comfortable call you can make, Mr. Rooter and Mr. Electric.
Chuck is buried under a mountain of debt. He's considering bankruptcy, but will he qualify? Can he keep his house and car? Will creditors sue him? Will they finally stop garnishing his wages? Luckily, Chuck called Clark in Washington, Georgia's largest bankruptcy filer. They'll handle all his paperwork, counsel him on strategy, and attend all court hearings right by his side. Schedule your free consultation now at CW13.com or call 770-488-9300.
My husband and I were falling asleep when we heard a scratching noise in the ceiling above my bed. I knew it was squirrels. So I went on TrustDale.com because I know they do real research, and I went with their recommendation. I called Breda.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. I could tell you Breda Pest Management is a rock-solid, family-owned company that delivers, but their competitors claim to be great too, whether it's true or not. The difference is I've done the research, and you can see it in how they solved Marnie's problem at BredaPestResearch.com.
Your car's transmission has 800 pieces. That means there are 800 things that could go wrong. And when something does go wrong,
there's only one place to go, AMCO.
We're the transmission experts with over 50 years experience rebuilding and replacing transmissions. AA, MCO.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell with TrustDale.com. Lots of shops claim to deliver. My research shows AMCO is the hands-down choice for transmission repair and total car care.
I wanted the gas cooktop in the island bar because when I'm cooking, everyone gathers around. I liked the kitchen the way it was. I liked the island bar roughly where it was, but I didn't like the angle of it. But what they did, which frightened me, is they took everything out. Every piece was removed. So I was down to an empty nothing. And they said they were going to be putting them back again, and I was hoping that was the case. And they did. So I really needed to have a little bit of faith, and I was running a little short on the faith when everything went out.
So let's recap what we worked on today on Trusted Renovations. First, Jennifer's kitchen got demoed, opening up a great space to rebuild a kitchen like the one she grew up in. Next, LeafGuard provided a solution to the home's drainage issues with a patented gutter guard system, and ARAC Roof It Forward finished up Jennifer's roof. Nice job, everyone. Next time on Trusted Renovations. Out with the old, in with the new. America's Best Choice Windows upgrades all the windows to make the home more beautiful and energy efficient. Plus, the garage gets a new look with new doors from All Four Seasons garages. And Gina takes a field trip to find some reclaimed wood to create specialized home features for Jennifer and John. Thanks so much for joining us today. We got a lot done.
We sure did.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Gina Townsend.
We'll see you next time right here on Trusted Renovations.
Mr. Rooter and Mr. Electric aren't just good friends. They're not just service industry associates. They're proud parts of the same company and comfortable in the uniform. Maybe a little too comfortable.
Mr. Rooter and Mr. Electric. Tough decisions, research solutions, TrustDale.com.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. For years, I've seen too many good people burned by bad companies, so I did something about it. Visit my free consumer website, TrustDale.com. There, you'll only find companies that have passed my 7-point investigation and honor my Make It Right guarantee. Need a great service? You'll find it free.
TrustDale.com.